Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this tutorial, I'll be sharing with you on how to solve problems on quadratic functions. We shall be working on the general form of quadratic function, the standard form, the vertex, the axis of symmetry, the minimum and the maximum values, and the domain and the range. So I want to encourage you to subscribe to this channel, like the video, share the link with your friends, and also click on the notification button. Thank you very much for your support. Now, before we start solving problems, please note that the general form of the quadratic function is given as f of x equal to ax squared plus bx plus c, where a, b, and c are real numbers, and a is not equal to 0. Also, the standard form of the quadratic function is given as f of x equal a open parenthesis x negative h close parenthesis squared plus k, where h and k are the coordinate of the vertex. Please take proper note of this because they will be useful to you as we progress. Now, we have a question that says, write an equation for the quadratic function g from the graph below as a transformation of f of x equal to x squared. And part B says expand the formula and simplify terms to write the equation in general form. So to solve this problem, first you must recognize that this function f of x equal to x squared has been transformed to g of x. So now we are going to write the function in terms of g of x in the standard form of quadratic minus h squared plus k. So next is to identify the vertex. The vertex is the value of the h and k coordinate in the curve. So the vertex is located at this point, is the point that divides the curve into two equal parts. So to identify the coordinate of that spot, we need to trace it from the x axis and also from the y-axis, and that gives us -2 and -3. So the vertex from the curve is equal to -2 and -3. So next is to plug this value into the function, which is now g of x equal a open parenthesis x -2 squared plus -3. So now this will be equals to a x. Now negative times negative is positive, so this will become plus 2 squared. Also, positive times negative is negative, minus 3. So g of x is equal to a open parenthesis x plus 2 close parenthesis squared minus 3. So next is for us to find the value of a. And we can find the value of a by picking a point from the graph. So the recommended point is the y-intercept, which is at this point, y-intercept. So the y-intercept from the graph, y-intercept from the curve is equal to 0, -1. So now let's plug this value Let's plug this value into g of x. So if we do that, then we're going to have -1 equal to a, and x is 0, so 0 plus 2 squared -3, and this will be equal to -1 a 2 squared minus 3, and this will be equal to 4a minus 3. So now we can add 3 to both sides. Add 3 to both sides, and -3 plus 3 we cancel, and -1 plus 3 will give us 2. So we have 2 is equal to 4a. So we can divide both sides by 4. Divide both sides by 4, and 4 will cancel out, and 2 divided by 2 is 1. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So now a is equal to 1/2. So at this point, we can now take this value of a and just plug it here. So if we do that, then g of x automatically becomes 1/2, open parenthesis, x plus 2 squared minus 3. So this is the answer to question A. Now to solve question B. Question B says expand the formula and simplify terms to write the equation in general form. So what we are going to do now is to expand the formula, the standard form of the quadratic equation that we have found. We are going to expand this formula now. We are going to expand this and simplify it to get the general form. So if we expand this, then the equation will be equals to 1/2 x squared plus 4x plus 4 minus 3. So now we can distribute 1/2 into this, and also into this. So if we do that, then this will become 1/2 x squared plus 2x plus 2 minus 3, and that will be equal to 1/2 x squared plus 2x -1. So g of x in the general form is equal to this, and that is the final answer to this question. I hope this makes some sense. All right, let's move on to the next one. Question number 2. Find the vertex of the quadratic function f of x is equals to 2x squared -6x plus 7. And the B part says rewrite the quadratic in standard form. To solve this problem, we have to recognize that the vertex is the value of h and k. And the formula for finding h is equal -b over 2a. So from the given function, the value of a is 2, while the value of b is -6. So now we have to plug in the values. which is negative 6 over 2 times 2. And this is equal to, negative times negative is positive. So this will give us 6 over 4. So if we simplify this further, then 6 divided by 2 is 3, and 4 divided by 2 is 2. So this will give us 3 over 2. So this is the value of h. Next is to find the value of k. The value of k is equal to f of h. So that means we are going to substitute the value of h into the function, the given function, and the given function is f of x equal to 2x squared negative 6x plus 7. So if we substitute h for x, this will become f of h is equal to 2h squared negative 6h plus 7. So now, since the value of h is 3 over 2, this will become f of 3 over 2 equal to 3 over 2 squared minus 6, 3 over 2 plus 7. And this will be equal to 9 over 4 minus 18 over 2 plus 7. And if we multiply 2 by 9, this will become 18 over 4 minus 18 divided by 2 is 9 plus 7. And so negative 9 plus 7 is going to give us, so if we simplify 18 over 4, that's going to give us 9 over 2. And negative 9 plus 7 will give us negative 2. So this will give us 9 over 2 minus 4 over 2. And, this is 2, like 2 over 1. So just find the common denominator, make this 2 and make this 2. So 2 times 1 is 2 and 2 times 2 is 4. So this will give us 9 minus 4 is 5. So 5 over 2. So the value of k is equal 5 over 2. So the vertex which is equal h k is now equal to 3 over 2 and 5 over 2. So this is the answer to question A. Now to solve question B. Question B says rewrite the quadratic in standard form. Okay, so now the standard form of quadratic is given as f of x is equals to a, open parenthesis, x minus h squared plus k. And since we have found the value of h and k to be 2 over 3 and 5, 3 over 2 and 5 over 2, so this will become 2x minus 3 over 2 squared plus 5 over 2. So from the given function, a is 2, as you can see over here, a is 2. So all we have to do now is to write this as 2x negative 3 over 2 squared plus 5 over 2. So f of x is equals to this. So this is the final answer to this question. I hope it makes some sense. All right, so let's move on to the next question. Question 3. Find the domain and the range of the function f of x equal to negative 5x squared plus 9x negative 1. Now, before we start solving this problem, please note that for any quadratic function, either in the general form such as this, f of x equal a x squared plus bx plus c, or in the standard form such as f of x equal a x negative h squared plus k. If the value of a is greater than 0, then the range will be equal to f of h to positive infinity. But if a is less than 0, then the range will be equal to negative infinity to f of h. So for this given function, the value of a is negative 5, and negative 5 is less than 0. Negative 5 is less than 0. Therefore, the range is going to take this form. So the first thing we are going to do here is to find the value of h. Now recall that h is equal to negative b over 2a. And from the given function, the value of a is negative 5 and the value of b is plus 9. Now let's plug these two values into this equation. And this will be equals to negative 9 over 2 times negative 5. And this will be equal to negative 9 over negative 10. Now, negative is going to cancel out negative from here. Therefore, h is equal to 9 over 10. So now, to find the value of f of h, we are going to plug this value into this function. So take this value and plug it into this function. So if we do that, the given function is f of x is equal to negative 5 x squared plus 9 x negative 1. So let's plug in h in the place of x, and that will become negative 5h squared plus 9h negative 1. Since the value of h is 9 over 10, then f of 9 over 10 is equal to negative 5. 9 over 10 squared plus 9 over 10 negative 1, and this will give us negative 5. 9 squared is 81, and 10 squared is 100, plus 9 times 9 is 81 over 10 minus 1. So now we can divide negative 5 by 5, and that is going to give us negative 5 divided by 5 is negative 1. So this will become negative 1. And let me use a different pen. So this will become negative 1. And divide 100 by 5. This will give us 20. So automatically we're going to have negative 1 times 81 will give us negative 81 over 20 plus 81 over 10 negative 1. So now let's simplify this fraction. First, we need to find the common denominator, and if we do that, then let's just make this 1 over 1 and try to find the common denominator. So this will become negative 81 over 20 plus multiply 81 by 2 and also multiply 10 by 2. So this will give us 162 over 20. And let's multiply 1 by 20 and the denominator 20. So now we have the common denominator of 20. So at this point we can simply have negative 81 plus 162 minus 20 over a single 20. So if you subtract 81 from 162 and also subtract negative 20 from this, then our answer is going to be 61 over 20. So f of h is equal to 61 over 20. Therefore, the range is now equal to negative infinity to 61 over 20. All right, so this is the range. And the domain of any quadratic function is the set of all real numbers. All real numbers. So that is it for this question. I hope it makes some sense. All right, let's move on to the next one. Question number 4. Find the domain and the range of f of x equal to 2 open parentheses x negative 4 over 7 close parentheses squared plus 8 over 11. Now, to solve this problem, first you must recognize that the function is given in the standard form. Therefore, the value of a is equal to 2, and f of h can be identified directly as 8/11. Since the value of a is greater than 0, as you can see here, then the range will take this form: f of h to positive infinity. And because we have found the value of f of h to be 8/11, then the range is automatically 8/11 to positive infinity. Also, the domain for all quadratic function is given as the set of all real numbers. So this is the answer to this question. I hope it makes some sense. All right, let's move on to the next one. Question number 5. Find the domain and the range of f of x equal to -2 open parenthesis x plus 3 close parenthesis squared -6. First, you must recognize that this function is in the standard form. Therefore, the value of a is -2, while f of h is -6. So a is equal to -2 and f of h is equal to -6. Now, since the value of a is less than 0, then the range will automatically take this form: -infinity to f of h, and this will be equal to -infinity to -6. That is the range. Now, the domain. The domain for all quadratic function is the set of all real numbers, all real numbers. So this is the answer to this question. I hope it makes some sense. All right, let's move on to the next one. Question number 6. Find the minimum or maximum value and the axis of symmetry for each of the quadratic functions. Now, to solve this problem, first you must identify the leading term, the coefficient of the leading term. This is the leading term and the coefficient is 2. That means the value of a is greater than 0. And if a is greater than 0, the quadratic function takes this form. Hence, we have a minimum value. However, if a is less than 0, then the quadratic function takes this form, and we have a maximum value. Now, to find the actual value, we are going to make use of the vertex, the coordinate of the vertex. And the coordinate of the vertex is the value of h and k.
Now, recall that the formula for finding the value of h is negative b over 2a. And from the given function, the value of b is negative 10, and the value of a is 2, as you can see, is 2. So now let's plug these values into this formula, and we're going to have negative parentheses negative 10 over 2 times 2. The value of b is negative 10 and the value of a is 2. So now negative times negative is going to give us positive, and this will become 10 over 2 times 2 is 4, 10 over 4. So we can simplify this by dividing through by 2. So 10 divided by 2 is 5, and 4 divided by 2 is 2. Therefore, the value of h is 5 over 2. Now, to find the value of k, we are going to plug this value into the function over here. So if we do that, then we're going to have f of x, which is a function, is equal to 2x squared minus 10 plus minus 10x plus 4. So we are going to plug in the value of h, which means automatically we're going to have f of h is equals to 2h squared minus 10h plus 4. And since the value of h is 5 over 2, then we have f of 5 over 2 equal to 5 over 2 squared minus 10, 5 over 2 plus 4. And this is going to be 225 over 4 minus 50 over 2 plus 4. Now, we can multiply by 2. 5 times 2 times 25, that's going to give us 50. So we now have 50 over 4 minus 50 over 2 plus 4. Now let's simplify. We can divide through by 2. So 25 divided by 2, 50 divided by 2 is 25, and 4 divided by 2 is 2, and 2 divided by 2 is 1, 50 divided by 2 is 25. Now this becomes 25 over 2 minus 25 plus 4, and that is equal to 25 over 2 minus 21. We can make it over 1 and find the common denominator. So if we do that, then we don't have 25 over 2 minus, we multiply 21 by 2, and that's going to give us 42 over 2. So we now have a common denominator of 2. So we can simply do 25 minus 42, and if we do that, then 25 minus 42 is going to give us negative 17 over 2. So this is the value of k. So k is equals to this, and k is the minimum value. Therefore, the minimum value of the function is equal to negative 17 over 2. Remember that the value of h we got is 5 over 2. And h represents the axis of symmetry. So the axis of symmetry is equal to 5 over 2. So this is the answer to the first question, question A. Now, to solve the B part of this question, also take note of the leading term, which is this. And the coefficient is -4, which means that A is less than 0. It means that the quadratic function is going to take this form. Therefore, we are having a maximum value. And to find the maximum value, we are going to use the coordinates of the vertex, which is hk. Recall that the value of the formula for finding h is -b over 2a. And from the function, the value of b is +6 and the value of a is -4. So this automatically becomes -6 over 2 times -4. So now this will become -6 over 2 times -4 is -8. So negative is going to cancel negative. And this will become 6 over 8, which can be simplified into 2 into this is 3 and 2 into this is 4. So we now have 3 over 4. And so this is the value of h. H is equal 3 over 4. Now, to find the value of k, we are going to plug this value, plug this, take this value and just bring it over here. All right, so if we do that, then the function, which is h of t equal -4t squared plus 6t plus 6t minus 1, we automatically change to h of h equal -4h squared plus 6h -1. So since the value of h is 3 over 4, then we're going to have h of 3 over 4 is equal -4 3 over 4 squared plus 6 3 over 4 minus 1. So if we square this value, we have -4. So this will give us 9 over 16 plus 3. 6 times 3 is 18. So we have 18 over 4 minus 1. So -4 times 9 is going to give us -36 over 16 plus 18 over 4 minus 1. So now let's simplify. So 4 into 36 will give us 9. So we have -9. -9. And into this will give us 4. And 2 into this will give you 2. And 2 into this will give you 9. So this will become -9 over 4 plus 9 over 2 minus 1. So let's try and have a common denominator. So make this 1 over 1. And so now we're going to have 9 over 4 plus multiply this by 2, so we have 18 over 4 minus multiply 4 by 1, multiply 1 by 4, so we're going to have 4 over 4, and so now we have a common denominator, and this would be negative 9 plus 18 minus 4 over 4. So minus 9 plus 18 is 9, and 9 minus 4 is 5, so this will give us 5 over 4. So this value is the value of k, and that is the maximum value. Value equal 5 over 4. And also the axis of symmetry is the value of h. Axis of symmetry is equal 3 over 4. So this is the final answer to this question. All right, so this is all we'll be able to take for today. Please, if you find this video useful, kindly remember to subscribe to this channel, like the video, share the link with your friends, and also click on the notification button. Thank you very much for your support. I'll be looking forward to seeing you in our next video. Bye bye.